Basically Bruce Edwards, who's going to come up today and take care of doing talking to you guys a little bit about this class and about the graduation. Let's give it up for Chief Edwards.
It's about half, that's my OCD acting. Actually, it's CDO. That's what I like to refer to it as, because that's in alphabetical order the way it should be. But anyway, I'm here tonight to congratulate you on your fine work in getting through this class. I know that it was trying at times. I know that you've gotten a good education and that you've been on the unit, and you will continue on the unit until such time as you achieve your attendant in charge rating certification from us and through the state of Virginia, which means that, for those of you out there, that means that they can actually be in the back of a unit with a patient by themselves, because they will have achieved all the various techniques and skills, putting all of the didactic and clinical that they've done to work. And that takes care of the patient, which is the ultimate gain here. But I will tell you something that you have gained a body of knowledge that you will carry throughout your entire life. Some of the things will change, and you'll see that because of the experimentation and those studies that are done by all kinds of national organizations on trying to improve healthcare. But the main piece of it is that the techniques and the knowledge on various problems of the human anatomy will go on, and you will carry that knowledge with you, even though you might not remain with us. Hopefully, though, you'll remain with us at least, 15, 20 years. But it's something that I think that really improves your knowledge base and sort of has a lot of synergy with other things that you know. So the other piece of it is that I think that you'll really enjoy this during your stay with the rescue service, which again I hope is a long time. The aspect of trying to update yourself is something that you have to pay attention to, and that is go to your books on occasion, unpack the KED on occasion, or the other pieces of equipment that we have that maybe you don't use that often, because what you have acquired is what's known as a perishable skill, and that is that if you don't use it, then you lose a little bit of skill in various areas. It's sort of like playing a game. If you don't do it often enough, that's what happens. And there are a lot of things that you learned that will be obscure to you probably 6 months from now because you won't encounter it. Those are the kinds of things that you might want to take a look at in terms of your textbook. So don't put those on the shelf and just let them gather dust, because it is important that you maintain that. One of the rewarding things that I've experienced, and I know that you will too if you haven't already, is that this delivery of EMS sense, the delivery of emergency care, going out, finding somebody in stress, in a bad situation, they're either ill or injured, and you're able to intervene and make a difference in that situation. And it's a short period of time where that happens. And I can't think of a whole lot of vocations or applications that lend themselves to that immediate, you see a result when you intervene. That is part of, I think, what drives a lot of us, is that good feeling of helping somebody who needed to be helped. So sort of keep those kinds of things in mind. Bond with your patients. That's critically important as well. One talk that I give to our ALS providers is that when I started a long time ago, my first aid instructor, a guy by the name of Bill Wells. Never forget the guy. He was a survivor of the Bataan Death March in the Philippines during World War II. A real tough guy, but a real nice guy. One of the things he told me back then, and is still true today, and that is, what you need to do, and back then we called them victims, not patients, was to get a hold of the victim's psyche. And once you've done that, and you've bonded with them, and they see you helping them, and you're conversing with them and telling them what you're doing, it's 70% of your job. It's behind you. All you have is that other 30%, which is putting on splints and bandaging and those sorts of things. So that again is an important piece to this. Yes, you have these skills, but also the people skills are very important as well. To you out there, Bruce Nadelka mentioned it early, that everybody in EMS, you guys are our family. And all you out there are our extended family, because without you and your support out there for these folks, then it's obviously difficult for us to maintain good morale and to have people continuing to come in and stay in duties. So we really appreciate your support out there. And I will say that based on that, and the philosophy of our department, is that anytime we have an outing, like the one next coming up, it will be our award ceremony in May. You are all invited to that. And that is catered, and usually Centera pays for the, those big shrimp and stuff like that. So it's a nice affair, and it's a good time when everybody can sort of get together and chit chat, and you see the kids, and it's really nice. And we've in the past held outings over at the aquarium, where you open it up and people will go in, you bring your kids in, those kinds of things. That is the philosophy of the Department of EMS, because the volunteer rescue squad people are providing a lot of time for nothing more than the satisfaction that they get out of it, which is something to be proud of. Now I can tell you, you notice Bruce Nadelka is dressed in a tie and a nice white shirt and all that sort of stuff. That's because he's been in a nice, warm building all day. Me, on the other hand, I have been in the field all day. And I can tell you, after a long time in the service, it's still gratifying to see the teamwork of the volunteer rescue squad and knowing what the other one is going to do and pulling together, helping patients, is something that happens every single day, 40,000 times a year. And I tell you, it's a real warm feeling to see that going on with everybody out doing what is the important thing, and that is taking care of patients. So anyway, we have a lot of people to graduate, and we will get instruction here shortly on how to do that. We will be handing out the ID cards and certificates, and we also have a goodie bag up here, and I think, we've got hot and cold cups up here to give out as well. Just little things to remember your graduation from this particular class. And one other thing too, I think is important, that you all bonded with each other too, even though you're from different stations, which is how it's supposed to work. And I think it would be great if you could maintain those relationships, because you all have those Twitter things and all that kind of stuff. So y'all can do that. And make sure that the central office has your email address, because I'm getting ready to, every 3 months or so, I'll send out an email blast to let everybody know what's going on in the service and that sort of thing, and solicit comments. So that's my way of being able to directly send stuff to you guys. I'm a little leery of this Facebook thing. I mean, but anyway, for me personally, but the department has it. But in any event, if you think we can help you in any way, or you see a problem that needs to be corrected, just shoot us an email and we'll look into it. Because you're all very important to us. Very good. So without further ado, I will be quiet and we will get on with the show. Eric?